And as I looked down, there he was, black, barbecued, incinerated. I climbed back up the hill, and that night, two men that were rather highly intoxicated came into the barrack. We stayed for the night because the weather's bad going across China. And these are two of the rescuers that were in that airplane attempting to extract him. But the top turret had turned sideways and trapped his foot. And as they pulled on him, they just couldn't get him loose.
This is Edelman?
Edelman.
He was still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive. He just had his foot. The ammunition was beginning to explode around him, so they told me in the barracks at night, and they had burns all over their arms and singed hair. And I said, what did Charlie say? And he said, help me. So then Colonel John Dunning, D-U-N-N-I-N-G, 022564, commanding officer of the 5th Fighter Group, he came down there and put his torso in a hole that they'd chopped in the top of the plane. And he looked at Edelman, and he pulled out his service .45 and pointed it at the top of Edelman's head. And bam, bam! And I asked those two men, I said, what did Charlie say? He said, don't shoot me, get me out. Well, I feel to this day that Colonel Dunning was a hero. That the Articles of War make no provision for mercy killings. And here was a man who was a fighter ace, jeopardized his entire Air Force career, took it upon himself, made a command decision, and put an enlisted gunner out of his misery, and probably burning him to death, which the plane did ultimately melt down. Well, a court-martial was impaneled, and they read the charges and the specifications. There were numerous witnesses that said he did, in fact, with willful and deliberate intent, shoot to-wit Staff Sergeant Charles Edelman. The jury considered all of the facts and came back with a timely verdict. Not guilty by reason of temporary insanity under extreme emotional stress.